Hello, my name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr., and I was born July 4th of 1986. Today I'm back with a whole different message, a whole different way of speaking, a whole different thing that I need to start talking about because stuff's out here getting confusing, and that's dog training. Dog training is a concept that a lot of us are out here wondering how to get our dogs to be able to listen to us, how to be able to get our dogs to do this, to do that, and you come down to doing a Google search and they say to you that you need to put some training on your dog. I'm going to say to you that dog training is more likely not what you need. It's not anything that you're looking for. It's not anything that's going to actually help you out in reality. Me being a dog trainer for hire, to be able to put myself out there to help people, I've come to realize a lot in this couple of years that I've been doing this, that in reality, 99% of y'all, let's just say 90%, you don't need the help of a dog trainer. You need the help of yourself just understanding what it is that you're actually looking for from your dog and then getting that results that you need from your dog. A lot of times, us as dog trainers, I'll include myself in this, will come to your house to do some things for your dogs to really get them to, in reality, not calm down, but excite them even more. And today I would like to be able to show you a little bit of what it is that we do we're doing the opposite. We're doing the opposite. And then obviously, when you're constantly doing the opposite, you're going to constantly keep on getting into a level of frustration. That level of frustration is going to keep needing you to do what? Hire someone to fix it. So dog training today has really gotten into a very big, like a monetary gain type thing that in reality, the skills are already inside of you to be able to make it happen. And when the dog trainer comes in, they're actually messing it up for you because they're getting your dog to be in an extremely heightened, excitable state to be able to get them to say, listen to you. But a dog is not going to ever listen to you when they're in a heightable, excitable state. We need to get them in a calm state, and then they'll listen to us and they'll take guidance from us and do whatever it is that we're looking for. Because that's what the dogs want from us. They're asking and begging and pleading, please calm me down. I'm too excited. I'm too crazy. I'm too wild. Can you calm me down? And once you calm me down, then I'll be able to come out here to be able to do something for you. But if I'm in an excitable state, I'm going to keep on just going on rampage mode. And a lot of people have dogs in your household that are just on absolute rampage. They're just go, 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 go. They don't know how to calm down. They don't know how to sleep. They don't know how to chill. They don't know how to just hang out. They're just always constantly cruising, going, booming, doing, getting into this, digging into this, barking at this, biting at this, just destroying everything in your household. And it's because the training that you're actually putting on the dog is convincing the dog to do that. When you bring out toys, when you bring out treats, when you bring out even a crazy amount of praise, you're training that dog in a way to get to that excitable state, and then we're going to finally be able to interact. We're going to react with each other. But when the dog is calm, you don't praise that. You don't reward that. You actually, almost in a way of the way that the dog sees it, is you're disciplining them for being calm. So all that you're teaching them is to get in that excitable state. So then when you're frustrated, like, why can't I get my dog to calm down? Why is he always so excited? Because that's the, say, training that you're putting on him. You get on this YouTube and you can find thousands and millions of videos of how to get your dog in this excitable state. But what is it that we all want inside of our households? Not an excitable dog, but a calm dog. And no one out here is teaching you how to create a calm dog, because in reality, what does that bring you? Nothing. There's no money. There's no funds. There's no backup needing this 10 lesson plan. There's no board and trains. There's no any of this. There's a board and train to get your dog to know how to sit with a treat that if you don't have that treat, do they do it? There's a board and train to get your dog to know how to heel right next to you. But is that even a fun, relaxed, comfortable walk for you and your dog? Or is that something that is so stressful because you're just always like please stay, please stay, please stay, always reminding, always just doing so much, as opposed to just allowing a dog to be able to walk, allow a dog to be able to sniff some stuff that they want to be able to sniff, allow the dog to be a dog. And then when the dog is allowed to be a dog and you teach that dog to be a dog is going to do so much more for you. But if you strip all the dogness out of the dog and you tell the dog and you force the dog and you dictate the dog and you demand a dog to do all these things, the dog is going to absolutely hate you. And it's going to hate you and it's going to want to stay in that excitable state because it's going to have no choice but to stay in that, because it knows that that's the way that you're going to be able to interact with it. That's why one thing that I'm going to say is when you start to get frustrated, don't you notice that your dog just really starts to jump and go wild and get all savage with you? They'll get real mouthy with you. They get real pushy with you. They'll just start getting the zoomies like crazy when you get like in this mad state. And if you unfortunately get to the point that you're just like enraged, you'll watch your dog just like look so excited, because that's what the dog is looking for. It's looking for from you because it's knowing that that's the only state that you're going to interact with them. But we're not teaching them to be calm. We're not teaching them to just chill. We're not teaching them to hang out. Hey, Johnny, we're not teaching them to do any of that. And I'm going to show you the number one thing. Hey, Johnny, the number one thing to be able to get your dog to understand how to be calm. And I'm going to show you exactly what it is that we do to get the dogs to not understand what it is that we're looking for from that. Come here. One thing that we are required to do for our dogs. Our dogs are always begging, pleading, and just going crazy with asking us is to calm me down. Come here, Johnny. I know you don't like my leash. You don't like no leash. I don't think any dog on this planet likes a leash. And that's why they want to do what they want to do. But this is the main thing. He's out here running. He's out here doing. He's out here cruising. He's out here being able to be a dog. This dog is not a good representation of what a wild, savage, crazy looking dog looks like. That I need to find out. I need to get rid of this dog. If somebody needs a nice, sweet dog, she's a nice dog. But I need to get another one that's wild and crazy so that I can just show you how simple and how easy this is. You can just look back at all my videos and just see the differences of where this dog, especially specifically, has come with me just telling him what it is I'm looking for. I want you to stay here. So the main thing that every single dog owner just needs to understand is put a leash on the dog. I don't care if it's a flat collar, a buckle collar, and a leash with the buckle on it. I don't care if it's a slip leash. I don't care. Those are the two main ones. I don't even care if it's a harness in reality. You can put whatever you want on your dog, as long as you can communicate to that dog to stay here with me. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you are able to make that happen. Me, with my Border Collie, there was no leash involved. It was just him riding in the van with me a lot, riding in my truck a lot, and sitting and hanging with me everywhere I went. Since he was a little puppy, he's been in this little range with me the entire time. Hey, Oreo, come here, get down. He's been doing that this whole time. And so he understands what my bubble is, what my range is. He understands what I'm looking for. And this is all that you need to do to get your dog to understand what you want. It doesn't take thousands of reps of giving them treats and getting them to sit, because when you do that, you change. You see the dog is calm and it changes. As soon as I bring out treats, this dog is gonna transform into something completely different. He's just gonna be like, ooh, there's treats involved. You're gonna watch him just start to change. He's just gonna start to change. He's like, ooh, I'll do something for that, He'll start to get more and more excited the more that I keep using treats. Okay, and you see this one over here. She's like, oh, treats are involved. You see how she was just chilling? She was just calm. She was just hanging out. Now she's all up in the gauge like, oh, there's some snacks. There's snacks here involved. Even Border Collie get, oh, there's treats involved now. The dogs just really, they get in this like, oh my goodness, there's something going on. And this is what we're doing to say, train the dogs. And that is so backwards. It is so backwards to the point that it just doesn't quite make any sense on why I'm going to sit here and not praise the dog for being calm, but instead, in reality, I'm pissing the dog off in a way of constantly just, oh, you'll stand here and beg for me for this treat. You'll stand here. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Getting all in you, getting all pushy with you, getting all in your business, getting all inside of you, doing all of that, as opposed to just hanging out. As soon as you enter a level of treat to the dogs are going to instantly start to get into an extreme heightened state of like, let's go do. And then if that's what's considered dog training, then what is it that we're actually looking for in our home? That's what I'm going to say. That the guys that get like proclaimed as being the best of the best dog trainers, they do stuff in this, and they need their dogs to be insane. They need their dogs to be super snappy and super with it and super in it. They need that. But as far as what we need inside of our homes with a pet dog that we're just hanging out with, we need our dogs to just be able to chill. We need our dogs to be able to just, hey, you know what? We were interacting, but now can you just lay down because I want to make a phone call? I just want to look at something on my phone real quick. I want to send an email. I want to go to the bathroom. I want to go take a shower even. Like a lot of people just, we are unable to do such a thing in your house because your dog is just always on this like, it's go. And that's what dog training provides to you. I don't care what channel you're looking at right now. This is just what's being provided to you. How to teach your dog to get excited, as opposed to how the heck do we get our dogs to calm down? And that starts with just putting a leash on a dog and just standing and hanging with your dog. When your dog lays down, you pet them. When your dog just stays right here and he's just hanging, he's just chilling, you pet that dog. That's all you do. You don't do anything more than that. You don't bring no toys out. You don't bring no treats out. You don't bring no even praise out. You do nothing. You want the dog to be very, very neutral. And you want the dog to be what is considered socialized, is being able to understand what to do in the environment that we're in. And the only way that they're going to be able to give you that level of respect, that level of love, the real love that you're actually looking for from your dog, is to be able to get your dog to be able to calm down. If your dog is just always moving, your dog is in reality so frustrated with you. That's why they're always trying to just go and get and just make some stuff happen. They're so frustrated with you. A dog that really, really loves you, really, really appreciates you, really, really cares about you will stay with you with no treat, with no leash, with no toy, with no nothing. They'll just stay. You just call them and they'll come. You just move and they'll follow you. That's what the dog that you're looking for inside of your home. The only way you get that is to not use treats, is to not use toys, and in reality, not to use too much praise. Too much praise to the dog can really just get them just to be like, oh my goodness, like, whoa, yeah, everything's so great, it's so good. You're going too much, you're doing too far. You're making things happen to the point that it's starting to just get the dog to be, again, in that excitable state. The dog does not want to stay in that. Unless you're bringing a dog out to go for, to do some agility or to do some sort of dog sport type of activity in that moment, they're not going to be doing it. Hey, Oreo, They're not going to be doing it for an entire a day, for an entire week straight. But if you're trying to bring the dog in to do something like that, then yes, you want to bring the dog's a level of excitement way up so that it can have some fun. But 99% of the time that you're living with your dog, you want him to just be able to just chill. As soon as I let this leash off this dog, I understand. I think you even know that word leash not by now, homie. You so good. You such a good boy. He's a good boy, Johnny. He knows there's treats involved. But as soon as you are able to get your dog to calm down, that's when they're actually going to be able to give you that level of respect that you're actually wanting and desiring inside of your household with your dog. Sitting, hugging them, sleeping with them, giving them treats, giving them pets, giving them more and more food and more of this is not what's giving your dog to actually care about you and respect you in any sort of way. Because I could challenge anybody with that and take your dog anywhere, any scenario, any place, and see what your dog does. Do they listen to you? Do they stop what they're doing and look at you and say, hey, I'll be right there? Because they know that you are the best thing. And that's the thing that I greatly appreciate with the understanding of what the value of treats, of the value of toys. Because when your dog is working for you and they're not working for the treat or the toy and the toy is the added bonus to make them just really just blow up to being the best of the best of the best. Most people's dogs are trained to only work for the treat and not trained to work for you. And the way we got to start that dog to be able to train to work for you is to simply, I'm telling you, this is how easy it is. Put a leash on your dog, inside of your house, outside your front yard, outside your backyard, and just keep the dog with you. The dog is going to try to go all kinds of places. After a while, it's just going to stop. It's just going to hang out with you. And then once it stops and it hangs out with you, now it's starting to realize, hey, you're here. And now you're like, I am here. I am able to guide you to know where to go next. That is all that it takes. That is all that dog training is all about. And that's all that there needs to be there with it. There's none of these trying to get the dog to do heel, trying to get the dog to do center, trying to get the dog to do place, trying to get the dog to do downs, trying to get the dog to do all these things. That stuff is absolutely meaningless to the dog. The dog doesn't understand that. And we're teaching and training dogs as if they're like some extremely highly sophisticated beings. And they're not. They're so simple. They're so basic. They're so laid back. They're so chill. They're just so easy to understand. But we're overcomplicating it as if there's some supreme being on this planet, as such as a human being. They are none of that. They are so simple. It's just beyond simple. They do not want a lot. They do not need a lot. And they do not desire a lot. The dog desires, hey, can you give me something to be able to fulfill my life? So this dog, he loves to chase. He loves to herd some animals. He likes to move them, push them in the corner. He likes to be able to have a chance to be able to bark them, to get them to move away. So for him, that's something that I allow him to do so that I could fulfill him. Then he's like, cool, man, I appreciate that. This dog, she likes to chase. She likes to push. And this dog is very strange because she just loves her some pets. She just loves to be able to just sit in your lap and just pet her. And I fulfill that need that she has in her. Then she's like, I'll do anything you want. My border collie, he's got this desire to not just chase. He doesn't really care to chase. He likes to move and hold and keep it steady. So I let him do that, and he's like, hey, man, that's awesome. You know what I'm looking for. I got a great Pyrenees out here somewhere, wherever he's at, that he loves to just chill and hang out with the animals. So I allow him to do that. I give them what it is that they want to be able to do inside, and then they just chill, and then they're just awesome, fantastic dogs. There's no more than that. There's no more. You're not going to sit here and try to force your dog to do something that it's not, say, designed to do, created to do, has it in the instinct to do, and try to think that you're going to be able to fulfill that dog. If you got a dog that's a German Shepherd, you're just going to think that you're going to leave it in the house and never allow it to chase, never allow it to be able to bite stuff, never allow it to be able to herd stuff, never allow it to be able to collect items, and never allow it to be able to sniff out the whole world, you're going to be into a nightmare because the dog is asking, it's begging for you. Hey, how can I be able to explain what I want from you so that we can have some fun here? And it's trying to do that over and over all day long. And what you need to do is be able to get that dog to be able to calm down so that you can be able to communicate with them to see what it is that they're actually looking for. An excitable dog, we can never communicate with. No communication. It's zero. In a calm dog, we can hear everything that they're saying. We can see everything that's going on. We understand everything that's going on, everything around them. We can see they're staring at this and they're able to think it through. When they're in this excitable state, you're not going anywhere with that. So it's something that is just so basic. And I know there's no money in things that are so basic that we as a people have to like overcomplicate it to make sure that we can be out there to make sure that we can keep on getting the funds to keep on going. But dog training in reality is nothing that is some special secret science, a secret this, a secret that, read the science and read the this. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got everything to do with having a good understanding of what the heck the dog is and what we're looking for from them. It does not require any fancy things, any fancy tools, any fancy equipment, any fancy treats, any fancy toys. It doesn't require any of that. Hey, Oreo. Hold on. Get down. It doesn't require any of that. All it requires is just the consistency of putting something on the dog to make sure that they know to stay with you. That's just the #1 step, and that's all dog looking for. All the dogs want to do is for us. That's why they're an absolutely amazing animal. They want to do for us. They care for us. They want to do everything in their power for us. They look at us. They're trying to see for us. But if we're not treating them as a dog, if we're treating them like they're something else, if we're not treating them and giving them what it is that is able to fulfill their life, then they're going to go out and try to do it and figure it out, and they're not going to care about you. I don't know how many people's households I go into and your dog just does not care about you at all. It doesn't care. It's just like, give me the food, give me the water, give me the this, but they don't listen to you at all. And that is so unfortunate because all you have to do is put the leash on the dog and just have the dog stay with you. Have the dog hang out with you. Have the dog just have a good understanding of realizing that you're the one that's going to be able to help them and guide them to show them what to do. And then once you're able to get them to be in a calm state, once you're able to relax them, then they're like, hey, now I can work for you. Now I want to work for you. Now I desire everything inside of my heart and my soul to be able to work for you. Now I want to do everything that you want me to do for you. That's all that happens. You just see this dog, the more and more I just stand here, get more and more affectionate with me. He starts off a little like, well, I want to go. But after a while, I'm just saying, no, actually, I just want you here. And you'll notice that he'll start to give me more and more attention. He'll give me more and more focus. He'll give me more and more just hey, how's it going? How you doing? Let's check in. Because he understands what's going on here. He understands that I'm not being mean to him. I'm not being ruthless to him. I'm not even demanding anything from him. I'm not forcing him. I'm not being just yanking him to just do here. No, I'm just gonna tell him just hang out, dude. Just chill. Just chill. Because you're too high strung right now. If you're too high strung, I want you to relax down so that you could chill. And once they chill out, then they're just like, thank you. Thank you. That's all that dog training is all about. It's not about getting them to even do a sit stay, down stays. It's got nothing to do with any of that. Because all you're doing is teaching the dog to get into an excitable state. And every single time that you do that, you're negatively reinforcing the dog to do something that it does not want to do. That's where I'm going to say everything is backwards. Adding treats is negative reinforcement. It is taking away from what it is that they want to do. They want to chill. They want to calm down. They don't want to get in this extremely excited, just crazy rampage mode. All these dog trainers talking these 4 quadrants and all this, it is backwards. Everything is backwards. The positive reinforcement the dog wants to do, this dog, he wants to chase, he wants to bite, he wants to herd, he wants to protect, he wants to guard the animals, he wants to do that. He wants to sniff stuff out. That's his positive things that he's looking for. If I come in with a treat and get him to get away from that, that is now I'm adding something negative to his life. So that is where you're doing a positive punishment to the dog and getting him to do something that he does not want to do. That's something that was so confusing to me when I was listening to that first, but it is 100% the truth, because if I keep on seeing that people are struggling, you're clearly not doing something right. And I just watch it. I watch these stays with all these treats, with all this stuff, with all these toys, and I just see extremely chaos dogs that are just rampage. Like May right here, she's chilling, she's hanging out, she's like, what's up, man? I could do this all day. This all she wants to do is just hang out. But the second that I do again bring out something, you'll watch her get into the state that's just like it's not so comfortable for her. She's like, oh, open that bottle up. Now I'm coming back in it. Now I'm coming back out again. It changes everything about them. And then she's not working for me, she's working for this treat that I have in my hand. If I say, hey, May, come here, she's gonna have a little bit of delay, she'll listen to me. But if I have this, she's snappy, because she's not doing it for what I'm saying. She's doing it knowing that this is gonna come. And this treat is not something that is training the dog. It's a extreme high mass level of manipulation, that the dogs understand manipulation. They understand deceitfulness. They understand the lies. They understand it. And that's something that a lot of people are doing with their dogs, and that's why they don't listen to you, because they're like, dude, you're lying to me. You're lying to me. Why are you getting me to do this? Why are you making me do stuff that I don't want to do? Johnny, you good? Get up, man. I'm not giving you no treat right now. Everything changes when that comes out. And it's something, like I said, I gotta bring it. I gotta get a whole new dog, because my dogs they do listen to me. And then that treat is just that added, like, oh, it's amazing. But it's not something that's easy to be able to get that into the dogs. That takes time, that takes consistency, that takes patience, that takes the willingness to want to understand who your dog actually is and not try to force them to be something that they're not. something that I've just come to realize is an absolutely amazing thing about working with these dogs, is realizing that if you're not getting success the way that you want it, the way that you see it, then maybe everything that you're doing is wrong. And why would you just keep on like double down and triple down and quadruple down into it when it's not giving you what you're looking for? That's just something for me that is just like so simple. If I'm not getting success out of what I'm doing, and I'm actually realizing and noticing that things are getting worse and worse and worse, then I shouldn't be going that route anymore. And it's something that as a collective, as a society today, of looking at what's going on with dog training and realizing that dogs are way more savage, way more crazy, have way more health problems today than ever before. There must be something going on that's driving that, instead of driving it to be actually being in a better place. Because I still was always very confused when I would see other people's dogs, because my dogs do not display things that other people's dogs do. So I was trying to figure out, what the heck do I do? And I realized one thing for sure: I don't have no treats, I don't have no toys, I don't have none of that. I don't have any of that, and I've never done that, and I've never cared about that. Even in the dog training school that I went to, they were like, "Oh, the treats and treats." I just rejected that concept. I was like, if my dog doesn't want to work for me, without having to keep giving him food, and my dog doesn't want to work for me, and if I have to withhold his food, and the only time he's able to eat is by doing a heel next to me all day, or doing sit stays and down stays and play stays, and that's the only time he's able to eat, is how he's going to listen to me, I don't want that. That's because I'm never ever going to always have food on me. I'm never ever going to have a toy, always have a toy on me. I'm never ever going to always be in that situation. I want the dog to understand me, learn me, know me, and know that the food is something that's added from something I'm able to give to you. And that's something that was always so confusing to me, that we're out here doing everything that is just so messed up. And with that, man, I just want to say that I have no choice but to continue to keep on talking about some dogs. And the one main thing is that I could talk for days and weeks and months and years about, is understanding the true relationship that you're actually looking for and desiring for in your dog. And for me, I have a very good understanding of how to be able to build that bond, that dog will do anything for you, that dog will anything. It don't matter the distraction. It don't matter what's going on out there. Your dog will pay attention to you and come to you. And that comes down not through no dog training, not through no tools and equipment. That comes down through relationship. And the one way that I'm really able to understand exactly how to get a really good relationship is by understanding the relationship between me and God, and the God of the Bible that I read and I pay attention to, and I really have come to just really appreciate in this life. That the relationship that he talks about in all the stories in that Bible are very interesting, to be able to get me to understand how to have a relationship with everything around me. From the tree, to the dog, to the other people, to even my own self, and to just everything that's going on. My relationship with my food and how I need to pay attention to that. My relationship with everything. And there's something that I think a lot of us are missing with understanding what it takes to have a proper relationship with things around us. That we think that if we do stuff for them, they'll like me. And that doesn't work that way. You think that if you be nice to it, that they'll like you. You think that if you're always there for them, that they'll like you. And that's not the case. It's a mixture of a lot of things. But the one thing is making sure that you are doing something to help that other thing out first, up front. And then you're going to be able to figure out how to be able to get what it is that you're looking for in the end. And that's something that is a very, very interesting life lesson that we all should really just know. And it's something that I know when I see someone with a really nice dog, that it's there, it's with them. I know they understand something, that it's not all about what you do for it, is how they pay attention to. But it's a matter of the whole picture of what's happening. What you do, how you do it, you do what you say you're going to get done, and always making sure that you stick to that regardless, even if it slows you down a little bit. That's something that it has to be done, especially for a man on this planet. That's something that absolutely has to be done. Thank you. What's up, Johnny? See, he won't leave me now because he knows.